Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez. So much of our identity in the town of Barnstable is defined by the unique character of each one of our 7 villages. And so, in the spirit of that, we're in the midst of a 7-week series chronicling each one of the villages here in the town of Barnstable as people see it today. Some of the beautiful things to do, the beautiful things to see, the issues affecting each one of our villages, and much more. And obviously, by where I'm standing today, you know that we're in the village of Marston's Mills. Behind me is the Burgess house, and out in front of me is the Burgess property, which houses the only disc golf course currently on Cape Cod, one of my personal favorite places here in Marston's Mills. But for a local's look at what Marston's Mills is really all about, we talked to Marston's Mills Village Association President Craig Larson. Of course, the Village Association meets here in the Burgess house each month, and Craig talked to us a little bit about what he finds to be so special about his village here in Marston's Mills, about some of the issues that they're working on in the community, and also about a very nice event coming up for the whole family, River Day, which is this Sunday. So let's talk to Craig Larson as we take you on a tour here of Marston's Mills. Well, today, as we make our trip around the town's 7 villages here, we find ourselves today in the village of Marston's Mills, and joining us today to narrate us through what's special about this village is Craig Larson, the president of the Marston's Mills Village Association. Thanks for being with us, Craig.
Thanks, Nick.
Now, first of all, just explain to me a little bit about what you think makes Marston's Mills unique in terms of the villages in the town of Barnstable.
Well, by and large, the population here is a working village. We're basically the suburb of Hyannis, young families, working families, and whatnot, which is a little bit different than some of the other outside villages. So our uniqueness, I think, is the fact that we're a working village in itself, and it always have been.
It seems to me that this would be I think it's fair to say that this is the smallest of all the commercial areas, and it's a lot of residential, a lot more, maybe a little bit more spread out than other villages.
It's definitely, square footage-wise, a little more spread out. There's some unique things as far as businesses. A lot of people are working out of their house today versus before. You'd be surprised what's actually going on, and some of the commercial businesses that are actually here. A lot of work on a global standpoint. It's actually very interesting. I have a lot of rentals, and basically, you'd be surprised what some of the people do actually.
Yeah, I'm sure we would be.
Yeah.
Now, you live here. This is your community. What are some of your favorite spots in Marston's Mills?
Well, the favorite spot obviously is the transfer station. It's one we visit once a week. The other favorite spots obviously are the airfield, the golf course. We have the golf course right up the street, the airfield, which is pretty unique to all of Cape Cod. Yeah. We also have Prince's Cove down the street, which is also very quaint. The best thing is, I think, basically, in a very short time, you can actually get to know almost everybody that's involved in the village, and that is something that's very unique here.
Good, strong sense of community in Marston's Mills.
Yes. It's hard to get them out to a meeting, but basically, when we need to, we can get them out.
Now, I know that you guys do have a pretty active village association, and certainly you'd know that as well as anybody.
Right.
Talk to me about some of the things that the village association does, and even before that, just what the village association is all about.
Well, basically, I've been at the Village Association for a long time, over 20-some-odd years, and prior to the town council, we used to have a representative form of government where you could actually go to town meetings and whatnot, and you had a voice in the town government. And with the town council form of government since '91, it basically kind of limited that. And so when we have the village associations, it's like you can come to our meetings. We have our first Tuesday of every month. We usually have a speaker. The chief of police will come. The town manager will come. Different department heads. And you can, in an informal setting, you can actually talk to them and raise your concerns about town government and what's going on in our town, versus going to town council and standing up in front of the microphone.
What are the issues that people care about in Marston's Mills?
Again, we're basically a working village. There aren't any major concerns. We do try to keep up with the different items. We just did some zoning changes here in the village. We're trying to do some newer zoning areas around the transfer station, let's say. We're active with the street lights down here that are coming in. We were very successful in getting the fire station rebuilt here in Marston's Mills and things like that. So basically, our next big thing, I think, would be we have a vacant elementary school here in the village. And we'd like to see that be used again as some kind of useful entity.
Sure. Are there any ideas floating around as to what you'd like to see that used for?
Well, I have personal ideas. I mean, I would like to actually bring the school administration building here. It would be nice to have 30 or 40 employees again in the village here. I would like to see it, as an office space or as something with employees in it.
Sure.
So it would a little bit help us out.
Now, I know the Village Association not only just advocates for issues that are important to the village, but also organizes some nice events for every year, and there's one coming up.
Yes, on May 1st we have River Day. It's our day to celebrate the Marston's Mills River. It's also, we have events that will be held at the Burgess House, and it will be all day, and it's great for kids. We're doing a fishing derby. We're doing a kayak on Hamlin's Pond. We're doing a special presentation by the River Watershed Committee and whatnot. So there's a lot of different things, and it would be nice. It's between noon and 3 o'clock, basically, on Sunday, May 1st, at Burgess House on 149.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the importance of the Marston's Mills River in this community? If you know anything about what role it's played historically, or at least in the present day, why do you celebrate it? Why do you have a whole day for it?
Well, it's kind of a hidden gem. I mean, you can drive around. I mean, it's not a huge, it's not the Amazon, It's not the Potomac, It's only about 5 feet wide. But, I mean, Marston's Mills, the very name of the village is, there used to be a mill at the end of the river. And that is still, the foundations are still there for that. Also, very important is the herring. And the herring run up the river. And they go up the flume and whatnot and go into Middle Pond, Hamlin's Pond, Middle Pond and Mystic Lakes. And that's kind of important, and that's this time of year is when the herring are running.
And so I guess that folks in Marston's Mills, as much as anybody in any other village, really care about the whole effort as far as water protection is concerned, as far as wastewater management is concerned, and so on. Yes,
very much so. The river is a very big part of the Marston's Mills. It's just the reason we celebrate it is you really don't see it. It's hard to actually come across it. We have the mill pond right down the street here, is at the end, basically, and runs right into Prince's Cove, and it goes up all the way up River Road and through the bogs up on Bog Road and whatnot, and that's where it starts.
Now, Craig, my last question for you before we let you go today is, if someone were coming to Marston's Mills for the first time, either to come to live here or come to visit here, what would you tell them that they would have to do in their first weekend here?
The first weekend here would probably have to have breakfast at the Mills restaurant. I think that would probably be the best thing.
And maybe, judging by the shirt you've got on there, maybe go play a little golf as well.
Exactly, right. We have a great golf course, the public golf course right up the street. It's actually, as everybody knows, it's a really great golf course in the village, in the town of Barnstable, actually.
Well, Craig, it's been great having you on the program. We certainly appreciate you giving us a little tour today at Marston's Mills.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks to Craig for making some time for us today. And once again, to reiterate what he said about River Day, it's coming up this Sunday right here at the Burgess House from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., rain or shine. Lots of fun stuff going on surrounding the central location here. There will be some kayaking on Hamlin Pond. Lots of informative presentations under the tent here from the likes of Three Bays Preservation, Barnstable DPW, and many others about efforts to preserve and protect the Marston's Mills River, because, of course, that is the star on River Day. Also some fly fishing demonstrations, games, picnic lunch, and it's all here in Marston's Mills coming up this Sunday, River Day. Certainly hope to see you there. Thank you so much for joining us on Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez, and we'll see you next time.